Beneath the Great Pyramid, something awakes. An ancient presence waiting in silence. The desert keeps its secrets, but not forever.
Recent archaeological investigations have unveiled anomalies beneath the Giza Plateau. Using ground-penetrating radar, researchers have identified a substantial structure beneath the Western Cemetery, adjacent to the Great Pyramid of Khufu. This structure lies between 1.5 and 6.5 feet below the surface. Its sharp corners and filled-in sand suggest deliberate construction, possibly as an entrance to a deeper feature below. They say the desert keeps its secrets, that under the sand and stone at Giza, something ancient stirs, waiting, watching. The pyramids are not tombs as the textbooks claim, buried not just beneath the ground, but beneath layers of forgotten time and forbidden knowledge. The knowledge of the Watchers. Genesis 6 tells us of a time when the sons of God, the heavenly beings known as the Watchers, descended to the earth. They didn't come to bless mankind, but to corrupt it. They took human women as wives, and from these unions were born the Nephilim, giants, heroes of renown. But more terrifying than their offspring was the knowledge they gave, secrets of heaven never meant for man. They taught sorcery, weaponry, astrology, mysteries that bent the natural order. Humanity, in its infancy, was handed divine fire, and like children with matches, creation burned. When the Lord saw what had become of the earth, he unleashed the flood. The Nephilim were destroyed, and the Watchers, the rebellious sons, were bound in the abyss, imprisoned in darkness. But their secrets, their knowledge, was not erased. It was hidden. The one they called Hermes, known to the Egyptians as Thoth, discovered the buried relics of the antediluvian age. Stone tablets etched with the forbidden teachings of the Watchers. This was the great arcanum, the primordial wisdom, and he did not hoard it. He passed it on to Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord, the builder of Babel, the man who sought to unite all peoples under one language, one government, one religion, one God, himself. Empowered by the secrets of the Watchers, Nimrod constructed the Tower of Babel, the first attempt to reach the heavens by human strength alone. But God came down. He scattered the people, confused their tongues, and Nimrod disappeared from history. Nimrod, many believe, was deified in the myths of Egypt. He emerges as Osiris, the god of the underworld, the first to be mummified, the one who ruled over death and resurrection. In the Book of the Dead, Osiris speaks, "I am yesterday, and I am today, and I have the power to be born a second time." Think of what that means. Osiris is not just a myth. He is a prophecy, a being who claims dominion over life, death, and rebirth. And the Freemasons know this. They have always known. Listen to their own words. The promise of life is Osiris. The great doctrine, the great revelation of all true mysteries, is that Osiris lives. But he is known by other names. We also, as Masons, look forward to union with Osiris, to be united with him forever. This is not metaphor. It is a mission. The Freemasons, keepers of the old rites, builders of sacred geometry, believe that the resurrection of Osiris is not a past event, but a future one, that through ritual and initiation, they are preparing for his return, that he will rise again, not just spiritually, but physically. Where? Beneath the Giza Plateau. The pyramid, far from being a pharaoh's tomb, is a temple, a gateway, a place of transformation. Manly P. Hall, revered philosopher of Masonry, wrote, "The time will come when the secret wisdom shall again be the dominating religious and philosophical urge of the world. Out of the cold ashes of lifeless creeds, however, shall rise phoenix-like the ancient mysteries. Through the mystic passageways and chambers of the Great Pyramid, past the illuminated of antiquity, they entered its portals as men, they came forth as gods. It was the place of the second birth, the womb of mysteries." Resurrection. The Freemasons believe Osiris, Nimrod, will rise again, but not as a man, as something else, a god king, a world ruler, the culmination of every mystery school, every secret rite, every encrypted symbol carved in forgotten temples and cathedral columns. They await the day he is reanimated, brought to life by unholy power. And prophecy tells us it will happen. Revelation speaks of the image of the beast, a statue or form that is somehow given breath by the false prophet. It moves, it speaks, and it demands worship. Could this image be the body of Osiris himself, revived through ancient technology or demonic power? Could the false prophet, perhaps a religious leader of global influence, be the one who finally breathes life back into Nimrod, into the god of death? And when he rises, the world will marvel. They will say, "Who is like the beast? Who can wage war against him?" The one world religion will be born, not in peace, but in resurrection. A counterfeit Christ, a perversion of the gospel. Where the true Christ rose on the third day, this impostor will rise from beneath, and the Freemasons will rejoice. They will fill their temples with praise, for they believe that within every Masonic lodge the spirit of Osiris already dwells, that every initiate, every ritual, every symbol is part of a long preparation for his return, for their apotheosis, for their transformation from men into gods. The world may worship the resurrected king from beneath. The battle of Armageddon will come, and it will seem as though the darkness has won. But they will not win, because on that day, the skies will split, and Jesus Christ, the true King of Kings, will descend with the armies of heaven, not as the suffering servant, but as the righteous judge. His eyes like fire, his robe dipped in blood, the name upon his thigh, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And at Armageddon, beneath the weight of all the earth's rebellion and all the devil's deceptions, Christ will stand. He will destroy the beast. He will cast the false prophet into the lake of fire. And the lie of Osiris, Nimrod, the counterfeit god, will be laid bare in the dust of defeat. Truth will triumph. Not the hidden truth of the Watchers, not the twisted wisdom of the mystery schools, but the eternal truth of the gospel, that Jesus Christ, crucified and risen, is the only resurrection and the only life. Let them dig beneath Giza. Let them awake what they can. It changes nothing, for the tomb is still empty in Jerusalem, and the King is coming soon.
The war beyond the veil rages as angels rebel against their creator and prophecy unfolds. An ancient evil will rise from the pit and drag creation to the brink at Armageddon. Yet the war of the princes will be won by the King of Kings. Angels Eternal. Get your copy today.